I think like kind of sums up my feelings on those kind of statements, Lainey, which is just like I feel like it's like stuff like that is like not very helpful, and it's kind of condescending to the to victims, like because it's like they were manipulated, and you're like, oh well, I saw it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't see it personally. I barely knew the fucking guy. I met him one time. You know. What? I had no idea. I just learned from your stream title. How do you know who Nithya Raman is and you don't know that she like we'll get into that later. Can you just hang out for a bit? I'm going to pop off on that later, okay? I mean, people close to him absolutely should have. Yeah, I agree. I talked about that earlier, Lainey, probably were yes, I 100% agree. I said exactly this earlier, where I was like, it's not like I don't think it's on like the larger Twitch community or like the larger Twitter community or whatever his fans to like find this out. He is in community with people in New York that like probably heard whispers, and the women who came forward and posted it in public on Twitter, that's probably their like last ditch effort. Like if you don't think that those people went to people that held community with him, do you know what I mean? If you don't think that those women went to people that were in community with him first and told him and told them and then were brushed off, or you know it wasn't addressed, like then they had to go public with it like this. Like trust me, this is not something that these people wanted to do. Like, and you can see by the attacks and the shit that they were given because of them coming out. You know, and so yeah, I agree. There's a huge failure in accountability in his immediate circle that allowed this to continue, and I'm genuinely worried because whenever there's that failure in accountability in his immediate circle before it was announced and before this was happening, and now it's like this public thing where everybody's like distancing themselves from him and are like, you know, nobody's going to associate with him at all because it's gotten so fucking far and so fucking bad that like now who does he have around him that actually will hold him accountable in the future? It's like the systems are going to reproduce, and like we aren't. I don't know. I just feel like the most frustrating shit about this to me is just that we don't even have the tools. We don't even have the tools to like fix the behavior. Like everything we know about this kind of behavior and the response to it is based in punishment. It's based in punitive, like retributive, vengeful attitudes that we've been taught by the prison industrial complex. And I'm not saying that accountability doesn't need to happen. I do think that Alex needs to be held accountable, like 100%. This behavior must be addressed. The harm must be repaired. Like, but it's also like, where do we go from here? Like, are we gonna like what hire a restorative justice like therapist to like put them in the room to like, you know what, I don't know, and it's not really my fucking business even because I don't know Alex. I'm not in community with him. You know, I wish that it was addressed way before it got here, and like there were men in his community who could check him on this shit. And I hope you men in this community can be that person for somebody around you. Or if you're a man and you're fucking sweating and freaking out because you send weird DMs, reach out to somebody reach out to somebody you trust. And like fucking stop doing that. If you need help to stop doing that, get the help. Like stop doing that now. And like try to fix it. Just quit, dude. It's like, it's so fucking weird to me. It's so fucking weird. Do you really think that people in his circle knew about this and didn't say anything? I feel like it seems like he might have kept it hidden. No, I do, because like I said, women do not come and blast something from the rooftops as their first response to this stuff. Like they are 100% going to reach out to a mutual first and be like, hey, like Alex was like sending me some pretty fucking weird DMs last night. you know, and you're gonna they're gonna reach out to a mutual and like try to get it addressed in a more private way, because guess what, like nobody fucking wants this. Nobody wants this. Do you think the women that came forward want the fucking hate? You think they want to have to delete their Twitter accounts and like get posted on Ethan's fucking story and shit? Like, do you think they want that attention? Like, no. They definitely tried something else first. And so that's why. And I'm speculating here, but this is usually what happens. And usually what happens is that the people close to that man also fucking cover up for him. And nobody actually takes responsibility and holds that person accountable. And you're doing that person and everyone around you a disservice when you do that. It's gross when people are using this to attack Hassan when they obviously don't give a fuck about the women that were harmed. Yeah. I mean, of course, it's not about Hassan. Like, this is once again the shit where it's like, can we please get out of this fucking, like, circle? Like, that, this, like, just like, I'm gonna let Caroline say it better.
A lot of you who think that you are principled leftists are just parasocialists, okay? You are just, like, chronically online, and you're going with whatever man that you're a fan of says.
This is super fucking true.
And you wait until, and I know, I'm going to call your asses out. I know that there were those of you who waited to hear Hassan condemn. And that was only then when you would condemn, because you are not actually principled. You are a parasocialist who gets all of your opinions from your Twitch streamer. And I am not blaming Hassan here, but I am talking about the people who are living in these very narrow worlds where you don't listen to queer people, you don't listen to women, you don't diversify your sources. And so when this shit happens, you are no different than the people on the right who you think you are superior to. A lot of you...
It's true. And I don't want you to have this relationship with me either, for the record. Like, you should not be, like, just taking everything I say in and, like, fucking, you know, swallowing it and shit. Like, you should, like, I am one person, and my perspective is fucking incredibly limited. Like, look at me. This is what you're getting. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, I've been organizing for a long time. I know how to, like, talk about this shit. But, like, this is my perspective. Don't think it's anything else. You know what I mean? This is it. This is all it is. And I'm never going to step out of this. And it's like, this is what it is, you know? And so, yeah, I do think you should be diversifying who you're listening to. You should be listening to more queer people, more women, more people of color. And genuinely, like, this shit wouldn't happen as often. He's staying a white man, guys. I'm so disappointed. I know all the egg truthers are devastated, but
they not like us.
Anonymous, thank you for the gifted.
They not like us.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 subscription to Japanese paper.
Speaking of, I'm a trans girl and Brett posts my videos. I don't know, guys. I think there's a lot that's, like, toxic about this. Right? About, like, knowing people on the internet through, like, especially through their politics, the authority that gives. You know what I mean? Like, and I think whenever some people can't handle it. Like, I'm very lucky that I have, like, people around me, and then I from the beginning when I started streaming, I was like, I cannot let this become my entire life. I need to, like, double down if I'm going to be doing this full time, I need to double down on my involvement in real life organizing spaces. And that's what I've done. But it's also like, you know, having a partner and like, you know, taking, like, I usually do 2 days on, 1 day off. And it's like that kind of stuff. And like keeping a distance in the ways that I operate is really important. And I'm not saying that I don't have like tendencies of parasocial behavior, even as a chatter, you know, I get way too worked up about some shit where I'm like, wait, why? This has nothing to do with my life. Like, why am I so angry about this, you know? But like, I think people just really like, especially if you are like a young leftist who is going like, who like was radicalized by Hassan or Alex, or, you know, like I think there's a lot of like power in that dynamic of like exposing people to these ideas for the first time. And like, that comes with responsibility. Like, and I think for creators, like, that's how you need to be viewing it. Because if you break people's hearts, they are going to fucking disconnect from politics forever. And we are all united in the same goal, right? That's on the left. We want this same goal, right? Which is to build a collective working class power that eventually leads us into a more just and more, you know, a less harmful world, right? And so whenever you do that and you take that trust and you radicalize and you expose them to these ideas, and then you fuck up and you break their hearts with stuff like this, it is especially difficult. It is especially harmful. It turns people off of the whole project. And like, that is incredibly harmful. Like, it disorganizes people. Shit like this literally takes down, like, has taken down massive organizations. Like, socialist organizations have been totally dissolved because of this exact kind of behavior. Like, you gotta treat it seriously, whether it's about Alex or it's about a guy that you know that's in your group that's always just trying to like talk to the cutest girl in the room, or, you know, be a little, he's always just got that one thing in mind, you know what I mean? Like, you all know the kind of guy that I'm talking about. And you gotta check it. It's on you. Don't displace the responsibility to anybody else. It's on you to check that behavior, even if you're not the one doing it. And if you are the one doing it, it's especially on you to fucking check it. But if you're witnessing this, it's on you too. Like, take responsibility. It's just so fucking frustrating when this shit happens, man. Yeah, right, Lainey? Every man thinks their friends are cool. Statistically, you can't all be right. Yeah. I've heard stories of women who were discouraged from joining a DSA because men who are leading working groups were trying to set up alone time with women under the pretenses of doing a working group work. Vile. Yeah, that's gross. And we've talked about it. We actually talked about it recently on the Brad Vice section. Do you know what I mean? On a Brad Vice section we had recently, there's somebody who was like, oh, there's like a girl who I'm like kind of like, I've been organizing, or we've been going to protests together, and I think she's like kind of flirting with me, and I think there's something, but I don't really know what to do about it because I don't want to be like a creepy, like, you know, anarchist bro that's like, you know. And I get it. I was like, I understand. It's good that you have this instinct that you don't want to be that. I think there's a clear distinction between like private spaces, like if you invite somebody to get like dinner or like lunch, and it's like not about organizing, and you make it clear it's not about organizing, and it's just a personal like date or like meeting or whatever, That's a totally different thing. If it's in an organizing space, if you're organizing at the meeting in any way, that's not an appropriate time for you to be looking for dates. Like, period. And again, like, you shouldn't be DMing women that you don't already know, like, ever. It's like, just... I'm so tired. I've literally been in a political space with a sitting state senator, and that old motherfucker grabbed my ass during a picture. God. Ugh.
Eric is your mayor. We're getting W's now.
Sharky, thank you for the gifted sub. I don't know. It is. It's just, it's on men. It's on us. It's on us. Stop sending dick pics. Stop messaging people you don't know. If you want to look at the OnlyFans girls' naked photos, fucking pay the toll. All right? It's not that hard. They're even consenting to that. Like, that's the... Dude, it's just... Why? How are you being creepy to an OnlyFans model on DMs and begging for pics? You can just pay. What the fuck? You can even pretend to DM them on the app if you pay. This is all, they're consenting to all of this if you just do it. It's not even funny. It's, yeah, no, literally, yes, thank you, Lainey, yes. It's not, yeah, it's really not like even an LOL moment because it's like, it's just power, yeah. Like, he just wants to make the person uncomfortable. Like, that's the thing he was after. It's not even that he just wanted to, like, he just wanted to see them naked. If it was just about seeing them naked, he could have just paid for the fucking OnlyFans. He wanted to make them uncomfortable, too. It's depraved. It's really gross. It's really, really gross. Anyway, last thing. This is the Onion person Twitter account. They have a podcast with Alex, and they posted this. People have begun to discuss things Lol overruled / Alex, a former co-host of WK, is alleged to have done. We believe them. Prior to all this, a few women unrelated to the discussions we've seen online, but who are nonetheless impacted by his actions, reached out to us about their experiences. Exactly as I said. After those conversations, we immediately parted ways with him. We didn't initially say anything about this. Western Kabuki. Yeah, it's the name of the podcast. I forgot it. MGSZ. We didn't initially say anything when this started in order to preserve the anonymity and safety of those who came to us, as they have plans to tell their stories on their own terms. But in light of everything, we're sharing this with their permission. We stand with everybody who's told their story and those who came forward to us. That they reached out and to begin with is brave and an important part of keeping our spaces safe for everyone. In discussing this, we hope we keep you all impacted front and center. We also ask not to let your affinity for any specific creator or political leaning impact your willingness to listen to those who've spoken up. Pretty fucking simple ask, if you ask me. Also, you should, yeah, I mean, I agree with Caroline that you should really be examining what your political leanings are if your response to something like that is to defend that person. I don't know. Is there anything I'm missing that I haven't addressed, or that you want to talk about with regards to this? Any tensions that anybody has at all? If not, we'll move on to other stuff. And oh god. Oh no, the Hasanabi heads are coming in. Tsunami warnings for the entire western coast? Whoa. What the fuck? In your opinion, what's the best way to hold male friends accountable? I mean, I think you like, it is like one-on-one conversations. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this is a great question, and I do want to talk about this more. At the end of the day, you have to understand that, like, most of the time the victims of this don't want to be known publicly like this. And you need to be very careful and working with the person who is affected, who told you, to like get their consent on basically every fucking step. You can't just get a report from a person you know and immediately go to that person and tell them that you heard it from that person. You know what I mean? Like, you need to get consent from the person that you know to be like, okay, I hear this, and I want to know what you think is the best way to go forward. Do you know what I mean? So, like, sometimes that person is just gonna be like, you know what? I've addressed it with that person. I blocked them on everything. I would just rather it go away. And then what? It's not your story. It's not your story to tell. It's not your It's not your harm to address, right? So, like, maybe there's a way that you can bring it up. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a way you can bring it up. I think there probably is. But, like, what if no one comes forward, but you're suspicious of your friend? Yeah, you should definitely just be like, yo, like, sit them down, like, get a one-on-one conversation going, and just be like, dude, like, why are you doing that? Because it's also like, what is their end goal? Usually, what are these people doing this for? Is because they're fucking lonely, they don't have any companionship, and they feel like a piece of shit. And it's like, okay, like, this is not helping in that way. Like, this is not helping you get to that goal. Like, you really gotta, like, it's like hard to break down this kind of shit, but like, offering, like, hey, next time you're feeling that way, like, you don't want to be doing this. It's a really, really bad idea to do any of this. Like, you can call me or something. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't even know if I have the right, like, I don't know if we have the tools. I don't have the tools. I think it's got to be like, it's just got to be person to person. Like, you got to just like reach out to them and like call that behavior out. Just be like, this isn't okay. Make it clear that you know about it and that it's not okay and that you're not going to allow it to happen around you anymore. I don't think I do. Okay, well, here's what I'll say. I do think that there is a big risk in like isolation and like putting people, like, taking